night, like I'm on like day 10 of partying, or I just came off an airplane, or like I just did, like last week I was like just done. Like I just done so many trips in a row, and I knew that last day, like I was just, you know what, I'm gonna coast. I'm gonna coast, because if I don't coast and forgive myself for being in this situation, I'm gonna be like freaking out about how I'm doing a bad job, and like all up in my head, and it's just gonna make it worse. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do like what I know, relax.
Yeah, I like that.
And
that makes sense.
And it was just fine.
For me, unfortunately, when I get to that mode, I end up just drowning myself in alcohol.
Oh, I did that
get
too.
In my mode. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'll be like, fuck, I don't want to be here. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to play. And be like, you know what knows how to play? Don Julio.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what to play.
Casamigos Reposado knows exactly what needs to happen.
Kick back about 6 of those joints, I'm fucking on fire. Or at least I feel it.
Is there any other job where you drink to success?
Well, all right. Battle raps, cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they stand is so
ready?
thin.
Welcome back, baby. You're short. You're a little bit further back too, which doesn't help. But
We'll blame it on the
It's
chair.
a little chair.
We'll blame
you
it
know
on
what
the
I'm
chair.
saying? Episode 25, the Strategy and Dolo Show, presented by the Club Killers.
That's
Let's
like
go,
a
champ.
anniversary number, like 25. That's
Century shit.
yeah, it's big deal.
And we got a special guest today.
That's why we have a special guest, because it's our 25th episode.
Our most favorite unimpressed guest, DJ
Mr.
CUTSWELL.
Unimpressed himself, CUTSWELL.
Howdy.
How we doing? You guys might have heard his mix on the clubkillers.com Mixcloud account.
Absolutely.
I think you have like the record mix on there, right?
No, it's not the record. I think it's just below the record.
But you're
I think I'm number 2.
you're number 2.
I'm used to being number 2 though.
You got to start somewhere.
Speaking of which, someone actually got in our DMs the other day asking who did our mix. And I told them that we outsourced it to a child in Indonesia.
Who did our mix?
Yeah, like
Somebody-
which one of us?
Which one
of you did the mix?
I
And
thought you
was
meant like what DJ did the mix for you, because you can't mix.
Yeah,
Right,
and then I was like, wait, did we like have someone else
Did
mix
we
it?
outsource
I was like,
we would never.
You lazy fucks would.
I had to question it and shit. Man, it feels good to be back with you, baby. How you been? What you been up to? What's going on in Arizona?
Can we swear on this podcast?
Fuck yeah, we can.
Literally
Thank
take
God.
your dick out and rest it on my
Oh,
shoulder.
I have no control over that. I've never been in radio because of that.
Because you take your dick out a lot?
I definitely don't take my dick out a lot.
Not as much as you should, though.
Talk about unimpressed.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to everybody watching right now live on Mixcloud.
Live on
as well.
Mixcloud, yeah.
Feel free to jump in the comments.
Shouts to the YouTube viewers. Hey, we're getting some good comments, too. Make sure you guys drop those comments. That's a little refresher for us. You know what I'm saying? They say nice things. They like the show. Shout out my guy Brandon Schutz, always in here. And the homie who left a really long message last time. I forgot your name, but shouts to you, too.
Was it a critical message?
No, it was nice. He said he had nice things to say. He's like, I've been looking for something like this, like DJs who talk DJ stuff, but like not too serious, and there's some fun. And he's like, I look forward to the episodes every week. He's like, it's my favorite thing.
Dominic Carter says, really dope that you guys constantly push the platform. Wish more people would do the same. Yo, I agree. It's all about content.
It's
baby.
not all hate on the internet,
No,
prior
it's
to
not.
what you would think, Benjamin. CUTSWELL.
And shout out to DJ Ludog from Ohio in the house.
Let's go, champ. All right, what
All right,
should
so let's
we
get right in-
what
let's
should
get
we
right
kick it off with? I feel like we should kick it off with something like what we're definitely gonna do our confessions again. That was good. That was good. Remember you talked about the bathroom stall. I talked about getting the pre-board on Southwest. So keep in the back of your mind some sort of confession that you have. You do a lot of slimy shit on a daily basis. You know, so
Bags.
I feel like you definitely got some, but maybe rummage through and pick the best one.
Yeah. Are we kicking it off with that, or you want to get to that later?
I think get to it later,
Wait,
but just
like-
let him
like-
know to get something brewing in his head.
Wait, what if I just don't think of it as a confession? What if it's just a day in the life?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not like a confession that you've never told anyone. It's just like, listen, I'm just gonna put it out there that I
Like
do
a lie, or like a sex act, or like
No, more like something you know that you're doing that's wrong, but like you justify it. One of those things where you're like, I know this is wrong, but I feel justified in doing it because
It could be petty
whatever,
as like
you know?
sneaking fucking food into a movie, or it could be as serious as like killing someone. I don't know.
Yo.
Yeah.
It's up to you. What do you want to
I mean,
confess?
if we could get a full-blown murder confession on the show, that'd be fantastic.
That
for the
actually would be
views, I
great
feel
for
like.
rating, I think.
Yeah, I
we
mean, I'm
need that.
completely into that.
Have you
If
killed
that's something
anyone?
you want to do.
Put it
I
out
think
there.
I'm.
Well, let me start with my confession. Speaking of
Okay,
CUTSWELL
let's go
killing
ahead.
people, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. and I got to confess this. I love you. I love you. Let me start by saying I love you.
That's when you know it's going to be
definitely, like, there's a reserved, like, 5% of my love for you where I question you, because when I seen the first time that I came to your crib in Arizona and I seen that you have a shower with no curtain on it and you just let the water splash everywhere in the bathroom, that is literally made me, I've always been like, this guy might be a serial killer. There's a 5% chance that I might die here tonight, but I love you so much that I accept that 5%.
Yo,
anybody that just lets the water spray all over the
bathroom.
Yo, this
is my confession that I think that there's a small chance that you might be a serial killer.
He can't hold the secret anymore.
I mean, this brings up like a lot of like pain for me about my very terrible childhood and how I had very little fun, but we moved into that house, which I don't live there anymore. I have a nice house now with my beautiful girlfriend. Okay,
yes.
but and you know, I've got cleaning ladies and expensive furniture now. Okay,
yeah.
All right, I've got a shower curtain. All right, but that house was me, JR, Jimmy. Shout out to DJR.
What up?
To do all the shit we never got to do when we were younger.
Okay.
Like. You know, the place was a mess. Like, we were drinking and doing drugs every single night and DJing and, like, all kinds of ungodly acts every single day. And it was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm going to have a 5-year period of my life where I just DJ every night, get fucking blackout drunk, gain 50 pounds, have sex with anything I can, like, at all. And we did it. So, yeah, there's no fucking shower curtain. And I don't think I gave a shit what anyone thought when I came over and saw that there wasn't.
That's for sure.
That's a strong explanation. I'm into that. I like that.
I love the guest room at that house.
The mother-in-law suite, you mean?
Yes. Strategy, you christened that room.
Oh, no. We Strategy, like, basically had his own room, right, that was full of stuffed animals that he would come to visit me like 4 times a year and just like bring home ASU girls.
And just fucking squirt them all over the room.
There was definite schmegma left behind.
Multiple times after you left the house that like sanitized the room.
And
this is a house that we didn't sanitize. Like, this was a disgusting place. But yeah, those are good times, man. We had a lot of fun.
You're goddamn right.
Good dad. I'm way overdue for an AZ trip. I was just thinking about that today.
You just said that earlier.
Yeah. I just.
You're not welcome.
Not even just to go fucking be.
You're not welcome.
Drunk. Fuck you. But just like. I don't know. It's so peaceful there.
It's peaceful there.
Like, you go out, you go to lunch. It's like quiet. You walk down the little street, or you get on one of the little fucking scooters and ride around. It's so quiet. I love it.
There's a slow motion vibe to Arizona, and it's a different slow motion vibe than it is here in Houston.
Yes.
And the difference is that.
Would you call it a dry motion vibe versus a humid motion vibe?
No, I would say.
It's the people.
It's more like in Arizona, it's people that are being slow on purpose because they choose to be. Mm-hmm. In Houston, it's more of people not choosing their slowness, but it's just slow people.
Yes.
You follow me here?
100%. And I know that sounds horrible, but we're in the dirty South.
I have nothing to do with this podcast. I'm not associated with this podcast in any way.
Oh, yeah. By the way, CUTSWELL's in town DJing.
Yeah.
As well as Austin, Texas.
Yeah. So check him out if you're in the area.
Out.
I kid though. I'm kidding. Sort of a little bit. It comes from truth, but it's a joke. It's fine.
No, I do. I feel like the people in Arizona, a lot of them are transplants from other parts of the country. That's probably
95% of them are from somewhere else.
You know,
including myself. And you know, when you come from a hustle bustle city like Boston, New York, Chicago, whatever, and you get to Arizona, you just get to like exhale a little bit.
Yeah.
But then you get trapped there forever because it's so easy and it's cheap and you can have all these amenities that you would never be able to afford in any other city. Like,
at what point do you turn into a desert person though? Because a desert dweller isn't far off from a hillbilly.
Yo, have you seen those videos of me shooting guns in the desert?
Yeah, you're on the way to your transformation.
Hauling ass.
Like, I think just 10 years ago, like I was like super anti-gun, and now I like own dirt bikes and pistols, and like that's when you become an AZ person.
And then in about 10 years, you start walking around in a muumuu with no shoes on.
I'm there,
Middle of
baby.
the desert.
I am fucking there.
I remember driving through Utah when I did a road trip with my girlfriend last year, and fucking the creatures that you meet at these gas stations out there is just, it's like some shit out of a movie. Like once enough UV rays penetrate your brain cells, I think it does something to a person.
Yo, I'll say this though, and I got like a little Twitter argument the other day. For as slow and chill it is there, it's like one of the most insane, like best party scenes in the country.
For sure.
People fucking get wild there. We have a shit ton of nightclubs in like one area, and I made some like dumb drunk tweet the other day about it being like second to Vegas, and then I got like all this like hate mail and hate texts about how nobody's ever even heard of Scottsdale. Fuck Scottsdale. But like, dude,
Scottsdale goes hard.
I've been fortunate enough to travel this beautiful nation, playing all of these cities, and like, even if like the clubs are packed in a lot of other cities, or there's a lot of money being spent, they're just not necessarily fun. Mm-hmm. Like it's just kind of like boring.
It definitely doesn't matter how big and poppin' the city is for the party to be lit. And Milwaukee,
I was just gonna say Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Very fucking prominent example of that.
Yes.
Huge college turnip town.
I actually even heard a joke the other day. Someone was talking shit about going to Milwaukee. Like it was like an airport joke. Like, don't you get mad when you see people going to dumbass destinations at the airport? And he's like Milwaukee. And I was like, see, you don't know about Milwaukee.
You don't know.
You don't know. Yeah. Milwaukee's a sleeper city, dog.
100%. You can go there and get fucked up for $25. Yeah. And you probably take some home. Or fuck them in the parking lot. I don't know. I've heard stories.
$25.
They have dollar bomb nights.
Right. $2 you call it.
No. Dollar bombs with real Red Bull.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was, but some club was doing $10 shots of 42 or like $9 shots of 42.
You see that sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, I'll take the bottle. Yeah, like, there's only 20 shots in the bottles, of $200 bottles of 42. I'll take the bottle.
I don't know if they'll sell you the bottle. I feel like that's usually a gimmick thing to get people in.
Of course. Buy something. Other shit, drinks to go with your shots.
I mean, or you could just buy 20 shots. And
we did.
You don't get the sparkler.
We always do.
We always do.
That's a minimum, baby. 20 shots to get the engine going.
I mean, but Casamigos Reposado is that new shit. Let's be
honest. I've been a Don Julio guy for the longest.
It's been years.
Before Don Julio,
always pushed it.
I was drinking Youre, which is a whole other story. But for at least 10 years, I've been straight Don Julio. But in the last like 6 months, Casamigos has won my heart. And Reposado Casamigos in the last 3 months has really
got that like kind of like, for me it has like a it tastes like coffee almost.
It's got like a vanilla aftertaste.
Yeah.
And with the orange,
like amaretto or something. Yeah.
When you fucking bite that orange after, you're like, damn, I just had a fucking delicious dessert.
Yo,
that shit is smooth.
I just had this shit called Don Julio Real.
I haven't had that.
I looked it up.
R-E-A-L.
I looked it up. Super expensive. It's like $300 a bottle at the store, and I took a shot of it, and it was
magnifique.
It was the best thing I've ever had. Honestly, hands down, the best tequila I've ever had in my life.
Speaking of taking shots, can I tell you guys a story?
Of course.
Tell us.
I'm at Bottle Blonde on Sunday night. I'm done DJing. I'm partying. I'm drunk. I'm having a good time. And I keep going to the bar to get shots from my boy, right? And he's serving me because here's what people don't understand. Like, when you work at the venue, they don't see that you work at the venue. They don't know that you work at the venue. I don't have a Bottle Blonde shirt on. I'm just look like a pedestrian that the bartender's serving real quick in between getting customers.
Right.
Customers think I'm just another customer, and they start getting mad. This motherfucker was like, bro, next time you come up here, come under the bar, come behind the bar and give me your order, because I'm getting called racist by everybody for serving you like in the midst of serving them, like serving you too often.
Shit.
Yo, I go to the Serverwell always.
Yeah, the Serverwell, but the servers don't really. They don't really
at the bar you're talking about, they don't have a Serverwell that you can like walk into. So like, there's no opening in the bar, right? So I step like slightly into the bar every time. Otherwise customers do see you getting served first, and they're like are getting pissed at the bar staff. Like I relate to that. Like,
well, here's what I want to say. Not everything's fucking fair. Not everybody's fucking equal.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about it.
Because listen, if I'm a bartender, right, and somebody's tipping, I'm gonna take their order before I take this fucking
100%.
asshole who hasn't. tip me anything.
I don't tip, but
Well, I don't tip either. But we're not talking about
That's
DJs.
that's a whole other.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if it just is making the bartender's life that much more difficult for
But it's not.
Here's a thought.
Yo, how about this?
How about the good
you
old
should
days?
have a fucking server.
Yes.
You shouldn't even be at the fucking bar. You
now
should
we're
be
talking.
being taken care of.
Yeah, let's.
That used to
Okay.
be a standard. It's
Yo,
not a standard anymore.
In some cities, it is a fucking standard. Like,
It's a standard if you're a guest DJ.
We barely get respect. Service.
Bro,
Service is so far down the line from where we are. We barely get the respect
I
for
can't
what we
even-
do.
well, I think one thing that I've come to realize is the more successful the nightclub is, the less respect I get,
Yeah,
and the less
100%.
and the less service
1000%.
I get
talk about
because
that
they're
all the
like,
time.
oh, you're just, we can put anyone in there.
You
which-
should be lucky to be here.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
It looks
Yeah.
good for you to be here.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
We're popping.
But-
Not because everyone comes here because they like the music, but because they like the
Yo,
server.
when we have guest DJs in my city, we take
Yeah.
1,000,000% care of them. At least I hope they leave there thinking that. But I'm just the guy they see every fucking night, and I'm just the guy that's playing the same set every
Yeah.
fucking night.
Yep.
And like, there's some weeks where I got to play the same venue 5 times.
Bro, I
You
play
know,
the same
and
venue 6 times a week.
I mean,
that's-
how
every
often
week.
do you get that?
Let's talk about that. What is there really no other club you could play at, or no other DJ
Well,
that they can book? Like,
no,
what is this control shit? Like,
Well, the reason was, originally we came here because we had a deal because things were kind of crazy with COVID and there wasn't a lot of work in Chicago.
True.
So they offered us a good deal, and so we came down here. And let me tell you something. I love playing bottled, and I don't want. I'm not complaining that I'm playing the same place that many times.
but they shouldn't be
All I'm
complaining
saying-
that you're playing the
Yes.
same place every time.
Exactly.
Right? Like they agreed to this, but like the staff.
Well, here's the thing. If I'm doing my job and the crowd doesn't mind, okay, granted, the server is there every night, so they hear every single song in that 4-hour set. But the customer might come in once, twice a week. They're
Or
probably
a
fucked up
year.
not- Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're
It's
probably
a
fucked
bachelor
up not
party,
listening
like,
to every
yeah.
single song that's playing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not playing to please the bar staff. I'm playing to please the crowd, so the bar staff makes their money, and then they're pleased.
I was saying this the other day, like eventually management will be like, yo, you got to switch it up or like whatever, right? So you come in, you work on it a little bit, you come in and you switch it up. And at the end of the night, they go, what was that?
Yeah.
They're like, why wasn't it the same thing as it always is? And it's because they just like, they don't know how to digest it. They like heard different music or different mixes and like now it's new to them and they're not sure if it's like the right thing or the wrong thing. Like, because they're not even looking at the crowd or how it's doing. They're just like running around. They hear it and they're like, what the fuck is this song? Like,
Yeah.
I've never heard this before. I don't know it.
Panic
blah, blah,
mode.
blah.
Yeah.
And so it's a lose-lose situation. You do the same thing every night. Everyone complains. You switch it up. What the fuck is this?
I compare it to the bar staff, right? Okay, if you're a bartender or a server and a customer comes up wanting a cranberry vodka, you don't go, I don't fucking make cranberry vodkas. I'm going to give you a Manhattan because I'm a fucking artist, okay? We don't work in that kind of environment. We work in bottle service. People want to turn the fuck up. They want to hear Waka Flocka. They want to hear fucking whatever else fucking banger.
They definitely want to hear Waka Flocka. I'll tell you
They
that right
want
now.
that energy, and that energy doesn't come by playing the most articulate set always. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes you'll have really dope DJs that come in and do guest sets, and it doesn't move the crowd. And if it's not moving the crowd, it's not moving the fucking money.
You're either doing too much or you're doing too little. You got to find the middle. You got to like.
And if you
got
play
to
the same
with.
room 5-6 nights a week, you know that fucking good
Right.
ground to be in.
There is nobody who knows more than us as the DJ when they're doing a bad job.
100%.
There's
You feel that.
nobody who knows it more than us. We feel it in our stomach. It's hard. It makes me sick. I get nervous. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We feel it more than anybody. I promise you. So when I'm doing a fucking good job and you think I'm doing a bad job, but the judgment is the entire room agreeing with what I'm doing, I'm not understanding. You heard from one guy at your table that he wants to hear fucking reggaeton. He can fucking wait.
Yeah.
Because I'll slip one in a couple minutes.
Yo, I have nights where I like almost choose to do a bad job. And it's not that I'm choosing to do a bad job.
I don't co-sign
I
that.
just know that it's not my night. Like I'm on like day 10 of partying, or I just came off an airplane, or like like last week I was like just done. Like I just done so many shifts in a row, and I knew that last day, like I was just, you know what? I'm gonna coast. I'm gonna coast because if I don't coast and forgive myself for being in this situation. I'm going to be like freaking out about how I'm doing a bad job and like all up in my head, and it's just going to make it worse. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do like what I know, relax.
Yeah, I like that. That
And
makes sense.
And it was just fine.
For me, unfortunately, when I get to that mode, I end up just drowning myself in alcohol.
Oh, I did
until,
that
get
too.
In my mode. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'll be like, fuck, I don't want to be here. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to play. And be like, you know what knows how to play? Don Julio.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what to play.
Casamigos Reposado knows exactly what needs to happen.
Kick
right
back
now.
about 6 of those joints, I'm fucking on fire. At least I feel it.
Is there any other job where you drink to success?
Yo, we literally have the greatest job ever.
We kill ourselves with alcohol so you can enjoy yourself.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
But
man.
and also it's an accumulation of multiple songs. It's really the whole night. It's however long your set is. It's a 4-hour set. The whole thing is judged on every single song you played, not one song that you play that maybe you threw a song in there and a lot of people in the room don't like it. Maybe 51% of the people in the room like it, 50 or 49% don't. It's not about that one song.
We lose? What's going on here? We're off?
I mean, we're still on the podcast, but for some reason we lost signal.
We lost video or what?
It just dropped out.
It dropped. We're all right. We'll keep going.
Okay.
It'll connect.
Hopefully it
It's
connects.
green again. It went green.
Okay, are we back? Are we back? Anyone in the comment section want to hit us? Let us know we're back.
Yeah, you know, we got a fucking
Let's take a look.
janky
here.
little setup here.
All right. We got all the comments now.
All right, well, back to what I was saying. It's not about one song in particular. You could play one song that kind of you lose the room on, but that's fine because for me at least, I did that on purpose so that I can feed them a better song after. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I'll play a mediocre song that the crowd just barely is into so that I can play a song that they will love that much more because they don't like this first song.
I mean, I know what
You
you're
get what
I
I'm
know what
saying?
you're saying, but like,
Because, like, you can't play that type of song after a banger. You play a banger, and then you want to throw something in there that's a little bit of a switch up. You can't play it after the banger because it's never going to reach the level of that banger. You have to play something that was more down here, then bring them here, and then you could go back to the banger.
it's kind of like that's like an old problem. Like it's like the all I do is win problem.
Meaning what?
Like back in the day when you play all I do is win, it was like 3 choruses of people putting their hands in the air, right? And then it's like, well, what do you
next?
do? What
Yeah,
next,
then you
right?
get a
Right?
ludicrous verse.
Well,
Yeah,
you know, like I mean, you can do something else, like what maybe Pop That was like a big one, but then now you're just unloading your whole clip like in a
you're talking
row.
about that, to keep the energy.
Yeah, there's nothing
such
that's
a
gonna
fucking
match
crescendo.
like Tremor, the house record. Like you know what I mean? Like you get there's other you know, there's other tracks like Booyah or Animals or whatever it was at that period, but like
Yo, Animals smack. And that's the thing about EDM is it has that built into it. EDM has the peaks and valleys built in. You put Animals on, it starts with nothing. It starts with
Yeah.
a little fucking
you got to mix that part.
quiets down.
Nah, I don't do that.
No, that's part of the experience.
Nah.
Then people hear it
Keep it
building
going.
up and they get crazy, and then it reaches the drop, and it's insane. We're doing that with maybe 3 different songs in one. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it happening itself, maybe I'll throw a little bit of like the intro from one song just to get to another higher energy part of this song, just to bring it to the third song, which brings it off the chain. You know what I mean?
I mix the silence. So that
used
after
to do
after
that,
the
but it
drop,
doesn't-
I mean,
that's not my shit anymore.
I don't think that
I always hated that about fucking EDM music is the drop, the fucking the
sweep,
breakdown,
the sweep. Yeah,
whatever
like
the fuck you want
the
to call
breakdown,
it.
yeah,
If
yeah.
the music stops, maybe I'm old school. If the music stops, you're fucking up.
maybe
That's what people
maybe that's when you should get on the fucking microphone.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Maybe that's when you're supposed to do your part.
For how much fucking talking I
true.
do on this, I don't really talk too much when I'm DJ. Are you big on the mic these days?
It just depends where I'm at. It depends on the night too. Like there's a like
Depends how drunk I am.
the primary venue. Oh, the more drunk I get, I know to leave the mic down because I really will be like, I'll like say the wrong word and shit. Like I make like no sense, and
I talk way too much. If I get drunk and I get comfortable on that mic, then they're like, "Yo,
it's over.
cut it.
Someone's got to take it away.
yeah."
the whole thing with like EDM, like especially in Arizona, is I could be playing a bunch of bangers and the whole crowd, like the crowd is like going crazy, and like as a DJ you'll be looking and being like, oh, this is good, like keep it going, like keep feeding them more of this energy. But really like the 30-year-old guy with the money, with the holding the credit card at the table, just wants to hear Drake. And just because like the crowd is going off doesn't mean it's good for sales. Like we can have like a crazy big night, but like not enough bottles going out. And I think that like my job in Arizona now is to like, yes, keep the energy up for the crowd, keep the place busy, but I'm really there to help them sell bottles. That's what we're doing. We're trying to hit a number every night, like, and that's where the art comes in. Like, it's not about not being creative or not playing what you want to play. It's about like, how can we do it all and sell the most amount of liquor? Because it's a fucking business, and the more money they make, I have the more potential to ask for more money. Like, it just, that's the art form these days, selling fucking bottles.
Well, that is the art form of a nightclub DJ.
Yes.
You have to understand that it is a balance between, yes, being a good creative and energy mindful DJ, like all the DJ shit that you want to do. But now you have to incorporate in, how am I making this spot the most money?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
It's money kills everything, but also
It's a
provides
business.
us with nice things.
I think it's just created a new thing, and that new thing is what I do today. And you know, I've done a lot of different things in DJing. I've done a lot of different lanes, from performance DJ shit, which I haven't done in years, to what I'm doing now. And like, I just want the challenge of being the best at what it is that I'm doing now. Like, I want to be the best DJ on the block, selling like the most bottles, if that's what it is, or having the busiest nights, or the best industry parties, or like.
Yeah, that is, you have to know your role, and then if you know your role, you can be better at it. You know what I'm saying? That's what fucks up like real DJs that come into the nightclub space and they're like, yo, why the fuck are you telling me to play Star Wars right now? I'm in the middle of my famous scratching routine.
Right.
And it's like, well, you kind of have to give into that a little bit if you want to be a nightclub DJ. If you want to DJ at a bar or whatever it is on Twitch, do your own thing. 100%.
Twitch has really given a lot of DJs a lane to do really that thing.
100%.
And I feel like, to some degree, that's brought a lot of creativity back into DJing. That a lot of the guys were just like, okay, well, the one way to make money was out of the club. So then everybody's kind of doing the same thing. And then these people are like, wait a minute, I forgot why I love DJing.
Yo.
If I could make money off of mixtapes, I would be doing
the whole shutdown. I saw a million motherfuckers on Twitter being like, oh, we're going to bring this back. Like, we're going to bring this from the bedroom back to the club. And then I saw a million motherfuckers being like, guess we got back to the club and it's the same Tootsie Slide shit we were doing 2 years ago. I'm like,
Party
what did
up,
you
baby.
think was going to happen?
Load up that DMX. Yo, DMX got a little resurgence, though, when he died. I'm going to be honest.
Your
hits
Twitch,
a little harder now.
Your Twitch followers didn't follow you to the club. They could be in Malaysia.
Because
you know what I mean?
A lot of the Twitch followers are a different crowd than the people that go out.
Yeah. Nobody in a nightclub even knows what Twitch is.
Exactly. And then the people on Twitch are like, oh, going out in public like that.
Yeah.
Dude,
No, that's fucking.
I've never even been on Twitch.
But do them both. You don't have to do
do
one or
them
the
both.
other.
But I'm just saying that the sound that you play on Twitch is probably not going to equate to the same thing. At least for what we were doing, when we were first doing like the Quarantine Supreme Street show, we were doing a lot of backpacker hip hop, boom bap shit.
Royce the 5'9" records,
Fucking
right? Strategy.
loved it.
You were
I
playing
loved
Royce
it.
the 5'9"
Loved it.
records, weren't you?
But people were loving it because when you're sitting in your living room, that's more pleasant to the ear than a Drake song, I think.
The
And I
energy
think a lot of
doesn't
people
transfer over like nightclub music. Like, remember we even tried to like do like a party night, and it just doesn't really transfer over.
It's not
like
the same
that.
because
It's tough.
the energy in the room. I believe that like it's. I mean, when we're in a club, we know it's a thing, right? The energy from the room, you feel it.
Yes, dude.
So humans give off that energy, and it's not just like something that you can translate. Even if you have a million people watching you, you don't get that energy.
No,
it's
it's in the
There's
room.
no substitute.
It exists in that room.
100%.
You have to be close enough to somebody to be able to read that, to gauge that.
For sure.
And that was the most like, I never knew more about that energy than the fucking Sunday that Kobe died, bro. Because the energy in that club was fucking like, it was a party, but
Zero.
you could tell that everybody was like drinking away their like pain. Like,
Wait, was that were we at Bottled or were we at
National
Bottled.
Hero.
I thought we were at Tao that night.
Maybe at night, but we started at Bottled. I just remember like it was Sunday Fun Day. It was like the party, but there was just like this fucking energy in there that was like, damn. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, everybody felt like that grief together, but
Yes,
like
dude.
we're rejoicing through it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was crazy. That was a crazy fucking Sunday.
Were you a Kobe fan?
I know. See, I'm not a huge basketball guy. I'm not a huge Kobe guy, but it's like, this guy's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just like a good guy who's all about like mentality and be the best you and do good things. Like all this shit. Work
Mamba
hard.
mentality.
Yeah.
And
it's
so
like,
many people had such a close connection with him, and at least in their mind, that everyone felt the grief of that.
100%.
You know
That
what I mean?
room was crazy. But let's get away from the death talk. Let's talk about
We've done more
fucking-
DJ talking here today than we've ever done, and I like that because I feel like a lot of times we end up just talking about
Yeah, we talk about the girls that I
debauchery
accidentally
and
have sex
shit like
with.
that. What do you got? All right, so what's your confession, Cutswell? What do you got?
Yo, I stopped thinking about that altogether. To be honest with you, and I
I know,
started
like,
I
some
started
Larry
thinking that like
David-
there's like two things that like come to mind,
Just
and
don't
it's
hold
like
back.
it's like maybe I don't have a confession because I don't see what I'm doing is wrong.
That's the best.
Like nothing
actually.
to confess because I'm like, what do you mean? What's wrong with that? I do that all the time. They're like,
who
you do
doesn't
that?
do that?
You do that all the time? Oh my god! And then like, and then also like, I mean, dude, like I was that kid like when my friends were like, yo, like, let's go to the candy store and like steal some candy. I'd be like, oh no, we can't do that. Like that's wrong.
That doesn't shock
That's
you.
wrong. Like please don't bring me into this. So I would always be like.
I was
You-
definitely.
I would
Were
always
you
be
like
like
the
the,
Chucky?
I'd be like the lookout, essentially.
I was that
Chucky?
kid too. I was a pussy for sure.
Yeah,
'Cause we were both little
dude, it
kids.
wasn't being a pussy. I was like, dude, like, I mean, drugs and fucking partying. I can't
Fuck
do that. My mom
I
will
was
kill
all
me.
about that shit. I was fucking retarded though as a kid.
Maybe it's like a scary Jewish mom thing. I don't know, but
100%,
like,
1,000%.
I mean,
I was
another thing is like, the shit that we always talk about the shit we see, but we see some shit in the club every week, and when you size yourself up to that, like. I wake up every Monday and I'm like well hungover. I'm having an anxiety attack and I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? And I'll like send that tester text
Hey.
to my boss that's like, yo, so how was last night?
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, you were there. Like, you know how it was. And I'll be like,
They'll be like, you
no,
know
but
you
like,
pulled your
but like,
dick out
but
in
like,
public?
was it good? Like just trying to
do
find out
anything
if I
dumb?
like committed a murder in the club. And then I will see some VIP host do some ungodly, inappropriate, fucked up shit, and I'll be like, that's it. Next Monday when I wake up, I'm gonna know I'm not getting fired because there's people out here doing this shit.
No,
and
there's,
like,
there's definitely
Jesse
like a
Seeley's always been my golden goose for this. Anytime I do something dumb, I'm like,
wait.
bro, this kid has thrown knives at women while they're trying to request
WJD,
something.
what would Jesse do?
every city's got like a Jesse Seeley, and because like I spent so much time in Chicago, I got to like know who he was and hear the stories. And I have like my own DJ group chat back in Arizona, and I try to explain to them that I wish they knew who he was so they could share the joy of the stories with me.
Yeah.
I think
know,
Texas is getting. I think it's a more safer Jesse Seeley now.
He's
mature.
changed a lot.
He's
He's
adulting
Yeah.
a little bit out there.
Yeah.
Just tell him
Didn't
he was
he-
the guy who
didn't-
threw a
wait,
CDJ at a customer for a
Yeah,
request.
didn't this man also die in your podcast?
Yep.
Did die.
Yeah,
and
didn't
we
you
had to
have to-
rush him to the ER.
I told that story when he filled in
Carrying
for
his
Dola.
lifeless body into the ER room. It
Okay.
was pretty. It was pretty intense.
Yeah. Do you remember that? You remember when she was like we carried him in a frantic like this man is dead. Like
What do we do?
killed this
Like a
man,
movie, like-
and we're here to bring him here.
Kicking the door
And
in
like
type
the
shit.
lady saw us and how fucking frantic we were. And she like got up out the desk and was like, "Oh my god, what happened?" And like, "What did he take?" And we were like, "Oh, alcohol." And she was like, "Oh, just throw him over there."
Throw him in the fucking dumpster.
Like, throw him
He'll be
over there.
fine in a couple hours.
Yo.
We're like, no, he's like throwing up blood. She's like, no,
yeah,
that's
throw him
fine.
over there.
Turned out to be Dr. Pepper. He was throwing up. Anyways, it was-
Dr. Pepper.
yeah, it's a long story.
Fucking
thank God
overreacted.
he's
You
alive.
overreacted.
Oh,
Because
big time,
We
bro.
really
Thought he
were
was
like,
dead.
should we delete it? I'm like, but if he doesn't die, that's like one of the greatest videos. We can't delete that. It was a lot of
If he
things going through your
doesn't
mind. Shout out to him.
Yo, shout out for still being alive, Jesse.
Yeah, shout out to you. Like, it's awesome.
Don't ever give up, Jesse.
But I was thinking about something when you said it, and the Monday guilts. There's got to be like a name for it because
Well, it's the Sunday
Sunday
Scaries,
Scaries,
but it's on a
But
Monday.
yeah, but our
Sunday
Sunday
Scaries
is
on a
like
Monday.
Most people's Saturdays. Okay.
Yeah.
So every Monday morning I wake up because I usually like can control myself Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, I'm like, all right, fuck it, we're going on.
when you let loose.
And then I let loose, and then by the end of my set, I like black the fuck out, and then my girl usually picks me up, and she's like, "Oh my god, you're an asshole!" Like, I'm like, "Well, what did I do?" And then I'm like, "Fuck that."
You need to take an Uber home and not put
then I
yourself
look-
through that.
And then I'm like, I should look at
He
my
would never
Serato.
pay $40. He'll take that for $40.
I should look at my Serato history. see what
You'd
I
rather
pay.
your girl see you like that
Yeah, no,
than
it's fine.
pay $40.
No,
I'm
it's
like,
fine.
make it 100. I'm not
She-
letting that shit go down.
She knows Sundays are my day, so
I like
it's all
the
good.
arrangement I have with my girlfriend where she pretends like the night before I was like a fucking sober Sally and being a good boy, and I come home, okay?
I give it 48 hours, right? That's usually about 24 to 48 hours till I get the guilt off. And then I look at my Serato history. Because if I look at it before then and I find out that I played the same song twice within like a 2-hour span, I'll fucking want to kill myself.
Yo, I
That's the
was
worst feeling. Have you ever looked at your Serato history on the next morning
I'm
when
gonna
you
be
feel
honest.
guilty?
I've never really done that. My blackouts have not happened when I've been DJing.
Oh, you get off this. You've always put yourself in a situation on Sundays where you're playing like the mid set.
Yeah. Or
The
early,
mid-set.
you're done by
But
6
any
o'clock.
night, I don't like if I'm blacking out, it's not when I'm too scared to black out.
Oh, we have
while
the
I'm
responsible one of the group here.
Yeah,
Okay.
right, yeah.
I was DJing at Hefe one time. This is a confession. Okay.
go.
No. It's not that good.
Run it up.
This is not that great. This is like whatever. This is relevant to the conversation. And Circle's in the booth, and we're talking, and I'm taking shots, and I'm literally chasing a bottle of Tito's with a bottle of Tito's. And I mix a record in, and he goes, "Did you just mix the same record into itself?"
Oh, yeah.
Like I
Whoa,
literally,
whoa. Oh, you actually
like
a double of it?
I
Like
like
you were-
I'm like, all right, I'm like, hold on a second. I gotta like mix a record. I mix the record in, and I'm like, all right, I go back to like drinking with Circle. And he's like, bro, you just mixed the song that's playing into the song, like with the song that's playing, like back
I've
to
never done that. I've done close. So I've mixed like from, I don't know, let's say from motto to taste and then back into motto.
Yep. 'Cause you
Forgetting
forgot
that.
Oh yeah.
And then I did that. I did that one time, like with an obscure record. When I'll never forget because fucking what's his name? Fucking made sure to let me know. God damn, I'm forgetting his
From
name
Chicago?
right now. From Chicago.
Where does he work?
All the places we work.
What does he do?
What's his
He's
fucking
a
name?
DJ. He's big on the mic. We had him on the show with us when the one kid threw up, but he wasn't him.
Protege.
Protege. God damn. My brain is melting from all the drugs. Anyhow, so I'm DJing. I think I went like from Finesse, and this is how fucking wasted I was. And mind you, it's like 3:30 a.m. on a Saturday. From Finesse into fucking
To a record and then back to Finesse.
until But anyways, it was like some obscure ass record, and then I went back into the other record. He goes, I hit him with a 4-beat on accidentally, and he's like, I was so tired of hearing that song. He's like, the first time he played it because it was an obscure record, he was like, oh, I haven't heard this in a long time, and then like. I went back to Finesse. He's like, that's weird. And I went back into it again. He's like, I had to come and stop you.
Yo, you displayed
That's a good friend, though. He
you
had to come
literally
save
you literally displayed no finesse.
And I mean, yeah. So maybe I have Alzheimer's. I don't fucking know.
I mean, yo, these days I was telling him yesterday, like, it's getting bad because I literally, like, on Monday, the weekend is like a wash from my brain. Like, I don't even know anymore. And people are always like, yo, like, dude, I got a text today. I was like, dude, I really just want to apologize about what I did in the booth on Saturday from this dude today. And I was like, was he there? I don't remember if he was even there. Like, okay, I'm like, yo, man, like, it's all good. Like, everything was fine. Like, I don't even talk about it. He's like, I don't usually start fights like that or have drama. And I'm like,
Everything
yo,
was fine. It's
dude.
like you punched me in the face. It's like,
Bro, what if you would have answered like, it's all good, bro, just zell me?
that's a go-to.
How good would that have been? I have no idea.
Yo.
I'll take care of it. Just tell me.
The CDJ is like $2,000. Like, it'll get fixed.
Yeah.
So
You
just
could
shoot me
send
that
it to
money.
our Venmo.
Oh my god. This is why I need you around more. I'm gonna start letting you answer all my texts.
Yeah,
God, I'd be a rich man. Just sell me.
that's hilarious.
Does anybody even use Zelle? I think that's just
I
you.
only-
I think that's
I'm
just you
kicked-
two.
I'm kicked off of Venmo. I have Cash App.
Wait,
as
how did
well.
you get kicked off of
Take
Venmo?
a guess.
Sexual solicitation, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Probably.
I'm just taking a
Wait, was
wild
it
guess here.
dollars for squats or?
What I think it was, honestly, was I paid Supreme Patty's manager, A. Mills, that fucking piece of shit loser, you fucking cunt bag bitch.
Whoa, slow down. We got a lot to unpack. We got a lot to unpack here. First of all, you paid who?
I paid him for
who?
You know who Supreme Patty is?
No.
He was
He's
like
like
big
a
on
viral-
World Star a couple years ago, but he's
Okay.
like a
A Mills,
internet
Mills is the manager
idiot.
for all like the freak shows on
the freak
internet.
shows. Yeah, like long neck, wide neck, Supreme Patty, Kush Pac.
the fucking
Wait,
big,
and
big
what's
fat
his
guy,
name?
Gucci Berry.
Yeah, Gucci Berry. His name's A. Mills.
Okay. So he's like a internet
He's like the
celebrity
Don-
manager.
He's a manager.
He's
yeah.
Okay,
the
he's an
Don
influencer
King of
manager.
freak shows on Instagram.
Okay.
So I paid him like $2,000, I think, for like 2 posts on Supreme Patty's page to promote my shit.
Okay.
And he only gave me 1. That's why I said all those things about him. That fucking cunt.
Okay. So this man owes you $1,000,
He
and
owes me either $1,000 or a goddamn promo post.
what are you gonna do about it?
I'm not gonna do shit about it.
You're really trying to gas this situation.
What do you mean, what am I gonna do about
I
it?
gonna fucking mail him a pipe bomb or what?
Yeah. I'll mail him some anthrax.
Why don't you confess on the internet right now what you're gonna do to this man?
Chill.
I was
You're
on here
trying to
talking-
get this guy incarcerated.
I was on here talking about suicide bombing a fucking Comcast building when they wouldn't give me internet. I
That's
ain't
true.
scared
He-
to
he
fucking
did.
say
You're
nothing
lucky
about
that it didn't just coincidentally get suicide bombed the next day.
But then I'm here?
Yeah.
How does that work?
No, I'm saying you're lucky it didn't happen. Anyways, going on. So
what if it did happen?
wait,
what would
it
happen?
did, go on. So you.
I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. I'm lost. I was talking about
Hey,
Supreme
Mills.
Patty. Oh, my Venmo.
Oh yeah, Venmo.
That's when they got canceled me on Venmo. I don't know why. Like I don't know. It's just fucking. They froze my account, and I never looked into it. I'm like, okay, I don't need this.
I was paying a kid to DJ for me on Cash App, and they decided like maybe it was like the comments that I used like for a DJ set or
Blowjob,
whatever.
LOL,
yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, but no, it was they made him turn into a business account because he was
getting
using
too
it
much money weekly.
I don't think it was the amount; it was what it's for. So like using it for a service is not just like friends sending money, and then they fuck you because the fees are like commercial fees. It's like I think it's like 4 or 5%. You know what I mean? Which can add up like a
That's
lot.
fucking
Yeah,
whack.
yeah. So fuck Cash
Fucking
App.
whack. But you know, I think what would really help everybody in society right now, 'cause it's kind of crazy, is if they
Got
made
vaccinated?
that would definitely not help anybody. If they made like a Planet Earth style like Netflix series for they
What is they?
they them
For pronouns.
Yeah.
A Planet Earth,
He
style
chose violence
documentary.
today.
like a documentary about.
like you know how they go into the nature and they show all the creatures and they say like this is doing this is why this is a rhinoceros, it has a horn.
Right.
And
So you're saying like somebody sneaks into a Starbucks
right?
and they like
Yo,
look at the
what if we
barista.
made that? What if we made that?
I mean, we might
and
ruffle
wait,
some
I'm
feathers.
and
Are
then
we gonna ruffle feathers or are we not educating?
You
I
know
would
what?
educate-
How is anybody supposed to know what to call? If you took an uneducated child who never went to school, a 5-year-old, you showed him a picture of a chicken and a picture of a cow, and you said, "What is this?"
Yeah.
He would say,
wait. So you're
Chicken. No, you'd be like,
you wanna-
no, it's a cow
you
that
wanna,
identifies
you want
as a
to
chicken.
you want to
Yeah,
you
exactly.
want to identify people's pronouns publicly on television?
if I'm supposed to know,
He's
how
trying to educate.
speak to them or address them, I want to be educated on it.
What I mean, can't you just say like hello? I'd like a chai latte.
No, because I need to know. Because this
What do you
is how
say,
this
like,
all
"What's up,
happened."
girl?"
Let me tell you how this.
What's
all
up, girl? I'd like a.
Run it back.
What do you like?
I
How
go
do you
to-
talk to people?
I go to Katz's, right? And there's
Cats.
a,
I don't think you have to put the S.
whatever. I go to this fucking shithole 24-hour diner that is
Not
the only thing
associated with
open.
the beautiful place in New York.
That place is also a shithole. But
Don't
I go
you
there,
fucking
and
say
the
that.
person at the front who's seating me, I walk in and I think that it's a guy,
Okay.
right? It looks like a man with long hair, but like very male features. So I'm like, oh, this is a dude. But then I start talking to her, him, it.
See,
them.
Them. You
perfect
start
example.
talking to
He
them.
can't even-
start
I
talking to
start talking
them. To them.
And-
It was
and-
it was one
and-
person.
and-
Them is plural.
No, it's not. Going moving on.
Okay.
Not-
Okay, but
not-
wait,
no.
fill me in next. So
Wait,
then I start
wait.
talking to them. Hold on.
When you're referring to a person, you say
then
them.
I start
I was talking to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I start talking to them, and he, she,
they.
And they.
I think I'm giving you the special right now.
And then they like flashed me a smile, but it looked like a girl. I swear to God, it was like at first it was a dude.
What does it fucking matter?
Because I need to know if I want to
Because he's
fuck
trying
this
to
person
fuck.
or not.
Yes.
That's why it
a
fucking
fact.
matters. I need to know if there's a dick or a fucking pussy under there.
Why is that so hard for people to understand?
Well, I don't know. And then I don't know what I'm looking at, so I'm staring, right? And it's not good to stare at people. That's wrong. That's not right.
All right, let me
And
ask you.
also, I'm getting uncomfortable because I'm staring at this person now, and they probably think I want to fuck them, but I don't know if I want to fuck them or not.
Okay, so let me ask you something. When you're, let's say hypothetically, you were going to end up in a place where that was even an opportunity, right?
Okay.
You'd get,
AKA walk out the fucking front door.
I mean, actually, let me ask you this: did you want to fuck them?
When I thought it was a girl, I might have. But then it kept turning back into a guy, and I was like, no, I don't want this.
But
maybe I want this. No, I don't know. I can't decide.
Maybe you're more sexually fluid than you realize.
And that's fine.
Maybe
but I need to know.
Maybe you would have enjoyed having sex with them either way.
Maybe. I've talked about this 1,000 times. I wish I was
this guy
gay.
coming
I'm
out of
trying to be gay.
Okay.
My artist.
Okay.
I'm over
But
this
he can't know if he's
dog.
gay if it's a girl.
That's right.
So he needs to know what they is.
This is
So
what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm just assuming that like if you started interacting with them, flirting with them, eventually you'd find out, and maybe if maybe you would have felt some level of embarrassment or something if you found out that they had a penis. But like at the end of the day, I don't think you were gonna like end up like what is it called the crying game?
trauma therapy?
And I don't think you were gonna end up in the crying game.
Okay, well here's
where
my
you find
question.
out like that they actually have a penis.
All right, so listen. So is it not fair though to play devil's advocate? Is it not fair if you don't want to be sexually gender fluid or whatever the fuck you said it was, and you choose to be straight? Is it not fair for you to know what the game is you're playing with? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
is that not a fair thing?
I want to know the rules of the game before I play.
Did we not establish at the beginning of this podcast that it's
we said
it's not a fair world, and sometimes you get served a drink first? Okay,
Sure, okay.
so you got
But I don't
the
wanna
game
get
has
in trouble.
changed.
But
The
I don't
game
wanna
has
get in
changed.
trouble.
The game has changed, and I don't feel bad for you that the world's not fair.
Well, I'm not out here trying to fuck things, but if I was, I would want to know the sex.
That's a girlfriend asterisk
no,
right
I'm
there.
said, but I would want to know the sex of the
person that you were.
Yeah.
So
It's not even
you
about
can
fucking,
ask.
honestly.
You can. It may
But
be
then,
none of your business.
No. You can't
because
ask. That's
crazy.
against the rules.
That's crazy.
No,
That's
you start.
super-
You start by asking them
That's
what.
a sticky
The whole
situation.
point is. Hey,
What do you identify as?
What are your
Okay, let me
pronouns?
play this
Yes.
out. Hold
What do
on.
you
Hold on.
identify
You
as?
say that to a girl.
Let's play this out. I'm
Okay.
me. You're the lady or man at Cats, right?
I mean, I'm okay.
So I come in. I'm like, hey, can I get a table for two?
Yes, you can get a table for two.
Okay. Well, what's up? How you doing?
I'm very well. How are you, sir?
Okay.
Oh, see, I already fucked up. I already fucked up. I identified him as a man.
Assuming his gender.
Okay.
That's fine. You're not
Okay.
gonna get in trouble for that. I'm a man.
Well, actually, at that point, you could be like, actually, my pronouns are
But I
they,
don't wanna
them,
do
and
that.
them.
I'm not.
Like,
See, I'm not. I want them. I want to
You-
see how this plays out. For
Okay.
real. You say, I'm sir. You say, I said, what's up? How you doing? You say you're good, and then I'm supposed to be like, so. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I might want to have sexual intercourse with you, but I just need to know: are you a man or a woman?
Can I ask you a question before we move forward?
I want you to answer that.
I identify as blank.
Well, blank is not an answer, so you need to be.
So you're not gonna call the police on me for sexually harassing you?
That's not sexual harassment. Asking
I
how.
feel like
No, I think
That seems like
I think no. The whole point. Well, I mean, you being like, I want to fuck you, or like I want to have sexual relations with
being
you is a little forward and aggressive, and it might make a lot of
Honest.
people feel
Some people
uncomfortable.
like to say honest.
Like I was like looking at an attractive woman the other day, and I like noticed her hands, and I was like, oh, she doesn't have a ring, okay? And I'm like, well, it's 2021. She could still be married.
Are we back in
Not everybody wears a ring. You know what I mean? Like they can like my girl and I
what
might
does
get
this have
married.
to do with
My point
somebody
is
having
that
a dick or a pussy?
like you don't know like someone else's situation. It is aggressive for you to be like, yo, I want to have sexual interactions with you. Like that is a little
I
inappropriate.
said I might.
Oh, you said you might, but
This
you
might be a new
Like
good.
I'm interested.
So is this like a new icebreaker? But check this out, right?
you can ask someone
But
the
hold on.
pronouns. That's
But
okay.
But check this out,
I
right?
don't think that's
Hold
okay.
on.
It may not be. There's people that we could ask. Let's put it in the comments.
How about this, right? Let me play the other side of the spectrum, right?
Get in there.
Let's say I'm up and I'm like, yo, it's 2021. I got a new pickup line, and be like, what's up, baby girl? What's your pronouns? And
Well,
then
you just started with baby girl. You already fucked yourself.
Up? Okay, listen,
What's up,
motherfucker.
babe?
What's up?
Babe is gender neutral.
Okay, what's up, babe?
Yeah.
What's your pronoun?
Even handsome's gender neutral.
That's not
Now,
It
listen,
is.
If I ask its pronoun, and it turns out to be a woman, you have no chance of fucking. If you just assume that woman was a transvestite, she is not fucking with you, no matter what.
Unless she's super woke. Then she'll be smitten with you.
Yeah,
She'll be
for
like, oh my
asking.
God, this guy's great.
Consider
I
it.
can take him anywhere to
Consider
dinner.
it.
We could go eat in Wicker Park, and he'll have so much.
Yo, I mean, the girl might be
service.
like, I mean, a lot of people aren't educated on this, male or female. They might be like, what's a pronoun? Like, what do you mean?
That's
like,
the kind of bitch I
like,
need.
I think you're gonna be okay.
I'm looking.
I think you're gonna be okay.
You think so?
I think you're gonna be
I
okay.
get a little nervous in these.
And also,
situations.
like, I think that, like, if you met like a really attractive person that had a penis underneath their dress,
you think I'd suck it, huh?
I think that you might still go through with it.
You're a pretty horny dude.
Suck it, huh?
Yeah, I think you're ready to find out if you're really capable of it or not.
So
I'd
first
be
you try
lying.
and get the guy to confess to wanting to kill someone. Then you're trying to get him to confess to being gay. You're really coming at my man's today.
I would be.
you see how
lying.
upset he got a minute ago? I know how to push his buttons more than anyone.
I would be lying to you if I told you I'd never had a dream that a tranny sucked my dick.
Yo, we used to.
Confession hour just got real.
This might be a little inappropriate.
No such thing on this
but
show.
what we used to say as kids when we were teenagers used to say
You could drop the F-bomb.
used
if you
to
want.
say was, "There's no such thing as a chick with a dick, only a dude with tits."
That's the most non-inappropriate
that's
thing
not-
I've ever heard
Yeah.
in my life. I thought you were
Yeah,
gonna say
but that's a
faggot.
fact. Like they're not actually a woman; they have a penis. You know what I
But
mean? Like
if you ask
but
them,
they just identify.
as a
They
woman,
identify as a woman. Maybe
then
they
they
haven't
will
had
tell
the
you they're a
surgery
woman.
yet. Yeah, that's a different story. But I'm
I
just
don't know.
I'm just
I-
trying to let Strategy know that like
Let me ask
if
you
he's
this.
dreaming about transsexuals, he might be gay.
No, wait, now you're assuming he's gay.
See, now
You
now
fucking
that's how you know
prejudiced
this
fuck.
guy's had
This is the most
transsexual dreams
mansplaining
before.
conversation I've
He's
ever had.
Hopping in the cover for me. Thank you.
Well, I got your back either way because he's coming at you. I gotta have your back. It is a Strategy and Dolo show. If he fucked a tranny, and he's not necessarily gay, he'd be bisexual.
Bisexual.
You said gay.
Yeah, you're
Big
right.
difference.
I stand corrected.
See what happens
I
here?
stand corrected.
We can't even have a conversation
I stand
about
corrected.
these things because we're not educated. That was where this all
Well,
came from.
I-
If Netflix put out a docu-series...
Oh, dude, there are plenty
like
of videos
Planet
on how
Earth.
to address these things.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
I'm
there's
not
plenty of
going
videos
there,
of
but
people
I
getting
don't
sucked
want.
by
I don't
trannies.
want YouTube.
There's that
I don't
too.
want. Like everyone has their side on this. I want I want approved by the LGBTQ.
I think they probably
FM3
have something like
community.
that.
I don't think they do.
I think
because
that's
it's definitely not
they,
on Netflix.
they haven't like come to.
It needs to go mainstream enough to get on Netflix. Is what I'm getting at here. I'm not going far enough. I don't care enough to go dig down the rabbit hole. But if you bring it to me, I'll watch.
Are we? I mean, a documentary on pronouns and gender identification.
But it has to
I
be a
think they do need
planet.
that. They don't.
Earth-
I haven't seen that.
It has to
on
be a
Netflix.
planet Earth style documentary with a British.
He's like 3D.
with a
think you
British.
should produce
With a
What is his
British,
name again?
Who's the guy that reads
Narrator.
Narrator.
What? What's his?
British
Oh no, but what's his
actor.
name again? Oh my god,
oh, Steve
he's one of my
Irwin?
Or
favorites.
Morgan
Steve
too.
Irwin?
Freeman. Or Morgan
No,
Freeman.
no.
If
Steve
Morgan
Irwin's
Freeman-
died.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that was kind of like his
Died.
bag.
Lived and died with animals in his heart.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means? You know what it means?
It's
he got
still too early
he got
for that.
stabbed in the heart from a
It's still
stingray.
time. We get it. We get
Yeah.
it. You
That
don't
was
have
my
to-
childhood hero.
lived,
the shit.
lived and died with animals in his
Crocodile
heart.
Hunter?
What's that?
The Crocodile Hunter?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that
his
was-
kid
Kid is like a
his kids.
crocodile.
No, both of his kids. They like took it all over, and they're young. Yeah, smart.
This has been a fantastic episode.
Yeah, we're about out of time.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah.
Can we
This was
talk
just like
about-
hanging out with the two of you. This is what we
Pretty
do
much,
every
that's
day.
what
Is
we do.
argue.
Yeah, we pretty
Argue.
much just argue. It's great.
I'm so glad we didn't talk about keto, guns, or
Whoa.
COVID.
He just turned the
Well,
page.
let me just bring up one thing about COVID before we go.
No, we don't have another hour, okay?
But don't
We
you
can't
think
close
it's a
on
little, hold on,
COVID.
follow me here. Put your tinfoil hat on. Don't you think it's just a little peculiar how right when Cuomo says that New York needs vaccination, mandatory vax passport, whatever, to get into fucking doing shit, the next hour later, a sexual assault charge comes up?
Well, yeah.
You don't think that there was a QAnon lady sitting around with the dead man switch waiting?
Yeah.
Like, this motherfucker's going to do that? No. Rebecca, file the fucking report. Rebecca, turn it in. Get him.
Right, because she's like on the other side of it.
Discredit him.
Right. The investigation, I mean, we've known about the investigation. It's been going on.
Yeah.
The fact that they released it the same day, I'm sure he has political opponents.
He was big in the news for doing that. So the news tried to tack it on.
But hold on. You want to hear about another flip side of that? Did you see that the same day he, right after that posted, he announced that he's got a new plan to extinguish student loan debt?
Ooh.
For fucking
I'm moving to New York.
$15 million.
I'm moving to New York.
Damn.
He was like, Uno card, right back at you, bitch.
Let me ask
That's
real quick.
Hilarious.
The one thing,
battling
I can't
with their
I mean, it's all politicians have been doing since the fucking beginning of time.
More than anything, I want my student loans to go away. More than anything. But
as a person who has no student loans because I didn't go to college, I say that's bullshit. Take care of my credit card debt. How about that?
So I was gonna say, what my point was,
just give everyone $15,000.
If you took away my student loans and let's say you had paid off your student loans, I'm like, are you gonna get a refund? You know what I mean? Like, how that's pretty fucked up. Like, it's again not a fair world. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we all saw that with some PPP distribution, but like, I wish I would have done that. I did it twice, and I got them both forgiven. I had it twice.
You might not want to talk about that.
You know what I wish I had fucking done was I heard a report of a dude who became jobless during the shutdown, and he took on a career administering PPP loans. And I was like, damn, I know like 10,000 fucking DJs. I could have been the one getting them all their PPP loans, taking a little cut and making some real fucking dough. Like I wish I had thought of that.
And I should have been one of your DJs that you hooked up with.
Oh, yeah, I would have. Why didn't you get one, dumbass?
Well, I will
You all should have gotten one.
Well, no, I know now, but like one thing that did work out in my favor is when I went to file my taxes, because I didn't take a PPP loan, I got a different discount on my taxes. So that was tight. Right. But it wasn't no $10,000. Oh. But whatever.
Dude, they did gross
on the next
round.
lockdown. I'll be sure to fucking get a few PPP loans.
You would have got
everybody's out here
on the second round. You would have gotten $22,000.
It's coming, dog. It's coming. The butcher's coming.
The next lockdown?
The butcher's coming.
I don't think it's happening, dude. I don't think we're locking down.
Honestly, I don't think so either, and I hope not.
I'm sure a couple states will.
I'm sure.
Some states will.
And it doesn't matter for us. I don't want the rest of the world to suffer.
No, I don't want, dude. I mean, I was trying to think. Are there any cities left in America that are not fully open? Is everything open everywhere? Did all the bars and pubs open everywhere?
In America, I believe so.
Yeah,
but I think August.
Canada is still on lockdown.
Yeah, and fucking Australia's on like martial law.
There's a lot of places that were on quote unquote lockdown. And when I go visit them, dude, they were out there just doing whatever the fuck they wanted. Like like when Texas had like a mask mandate. Were you guys really like following it at Bottle Blonde or any of these clubs?
Well, yes, of course we were.
100% at Bottle Blonde.
No,
no more confessions.
There's the TABC was coming in and checking every fucking night, trying to shut us down. So we had to.
Yeah.
But here's what I will say: when I was living in Chicago during the full lockdown, I saw a whole lot of people marching in the streets, holding hands.
Okay, here we go.
I'm just saying.
This is where I don't want to go.
I'm just saying.
But were there a lot? Were there clubs doing any?
Clubs were all closed. I was out of fucking work. That's why I had to move to Texas.
Okay.
Sorry.
Were there? I mean, in Arizona, there was a lot of illegal house parties going on.
Yeah, I didn't really partake in any of that shit.
There was a lot of that.
That was happening, but like
some of that.
I didn't.
Dude, I mean, I saw some very big DJs play some of these illegal parties in Arizona. Like I'm talking like top tier EDM DJs from like top festival billing DJs. I'm not gonna say who.
Them. Good for them.
I don't blame them. Get your fucking money. Like
them.
why the fuck?
If I could have done it, I would have done it. I'm upset that I didn't get to do that.
100%. Because I don't believe in a government telling me when I can and can't make money.
No.
Especially when motherfuckers are congregating regardless.
The government shouldn't tell you anything.
If you're not doing anything outside the law,
the law that that is there, and that's it.
That was the law.
Well,
you
that's
can't
a
just
new law. They're
make up
making up laws.
That's what we do all the time.
No, you have to go by the amendments.
Legislative shit.
Yeah,
You
and
have
they
to
did.
go-
Has
No,
to be
they
a
do
bill.
not.
No,
Yo,
it
they-
did not. That shit
Yo,
bypassed everything.
executive orders is a part of the law. They have that power when you vote.
Are you not a DJ?
When you
I know
vote,
you got your
when you
Like,
vote.
whose
Oh,
side
but when
are
you
you on?
no, but it does. You guys should follow the law. And like when you vote for someone, you're voting for their ability. Like Donald Trump himself did a ton of executive orders day one.
I never said he didn't.
It was just him
think
instituting
I'm a
laws.
Trumpster
The
just 'cause I don't like the
Constitution,
motherfuckers
the
shutting down.
Constitution's extremely loose on executive law. Like I mean, they could just literally pretty much do whatever they want.
Listen.
And that's terrible. That's not
fucking
a good
terrible.
Thing. I
That's
think
the way
that's
it's
a
always
good
been. The thing is that they've just never done it before. Like while we've been alive, we haven't experienced it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So like we're not accustomed to it, but it's always been an option. For
I
them.
mean, think about
like
it.
they can institute martial law. They can
They
like,
instituted
dude.
a
I mean,
draft
look what
in
they did.
Vietnam,
Look
but
what they
that didn't
did.
make it good
Look what
just
they
'cause
did
they
with the internment camps in California with the Asian population in America in the 50s.
How do you feel
like
about- how you
this is
feel
not
about the
something that we experienced.
How do you feel about the draft with the
Or
Vietnam
40s,
War?
40s. How do I feel about the draft? I don't actually know. I don't know enough about it. I really don't.
It's
On
another
fa-
thing
on
where
face-
they
on-
pulled into
right,
order
right,
because they
right.
needed troops.
Hold on.
Right.
Tell me this though. How do you feel
It
when
wasn't
you're
just the Vietnam War. I think it was World War I and II as well.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm just
How do
talking
you
about that
feel
most
when you're playing a song and one of the girls that works at the venue gives you a thumbs down?
That has never happened to me.
How do
Shut
you
the
feel
fuck
about
up.
Not by a girl that works there.
Oh,
She
yeah,
wouldn't have a
works
fucking
there.
job.
This fucking
If
bitch.
she wouldn't have a goddamn job, bro.
Speak
Bro.
on it.
Actually, I don't have clout like
Speak
that.
on it.
I would go to the manager and be like, bro, blah, blah, blah. And he would be like, oh, really? She did that? That's so
We'll
fucked
talk
up.
to
And
her.
then, yeah, we'll talk to her. And then the next week, I forgot about it. He forgot it. But then when
I
that girl
almost forgot
comes
about
back,
it too until strategy
when that
mentioned
girl
it.
comes back.
I had to bring it back. We were getting far off. We were talking about the Vietnam War.
Shout out to strategy
None
for
of us are
fucking
here
putting
for
her
that.
in a place
I'm
though,
gonna
getting on
tell
the
you right
microphone and checking that hoe.
Yo, I mean, when I even just get a thumbs down from a customer, sometimes I'm like, yo,
I wanna throw a drink at
sometimes
him.
I want to like, lose my mind, and sometimes I do. But other times I'm like, you know what? They're just a fucking idiot. Like they're just a fucking idiot. Like I play songs for like a minute and a half, and that might even include the intro.
Yeah.
So like your 30-second experience, like, dude, the entitlement out there. Like every week I'll have some girl come up to me and she'll be like. And I'll be like, I give her the one finger, I'll give her the one
Tap
finger.
you again?
And tap me again. I'm like, yo, hold on a second. And then they'll be like, oh, what the fuck? What a fucking asshole. And like run out of the booth. I'm like, yo, I can't imagine like walking up to somebody like filling an ice cream cone in an ice cream shop, me being like, hold on. They'll be like, no, I'm trying not to spill.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to fucking spill the ice cream. And you're like, yo, what the fuck? You don't want to talk to me? Where's the customer service? And it's
Yeah,
like,
get it, bro.
they think like you're there to help them like a retail location.
I'm
Like
here-
a retail location. You're not a retail employee. Like you're just not.
I am here to try and start the stop to that.
It's never
that
gonna happen.
happens-
Never gonna happen.
When that happens, you have to get on the mic and you have to tell these people that they're losers and they need to not be in the nightclub.
Oh,
And everyone else who
Oh.
hears that will then understand that that is not the way to go about this.
oh, my favorite thing is to get on the mic and roast people, without a doubt. Like I primarily do it when someone sprays me with champagne, and I'm like, if you all want to know, while you're not having fun right now, and that I'm on the microphone, is because this fucking asshole right here
Yeah.
sprayed his cat piss all over me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm sad to admit this, but if I know the table spent more than $5,000, I leave them alone. Because I don't need the repercussion of like I know if they spend $5,000 or more, that like I can get a new laptop and spend the rest of the night on a fucking stick out of it. And I'd rather play the good card and get that new laptop out of them, which has been done, right? The other time I roast people is when they start fights. I will get on the mic, I'll kill the music, I'll be like, look at these fucking assholes right here fighting like children in the schoolyard.
That's hilarious.
And everybody will like boo them and like make fun of them. And
I've never done
honestly,
that.
it makes them do this. They're like mid-fight and they go like this. They're like, what? Huh? Oh,
they're
shit.
kinda doing it
and
for
then,
fun
and
anyways.
then, and it gives security an opportunity to break the fight up.
That's
Easier.
That's good. That's
Easier.
a good one. You
Yeah.
should get a tip for that one. You
Oh,
should get-
the security thanks me every time.
No, I mean like a
I
financial.
walked in the club the other night and they were like, yo, we really wish you had been here last night. Security said this to me and I'm like, why? They're like, huge fight. And like DJ didn't even kill the music, didn't say shit on the mic, like didn't.
What an asshole.
Yeah,
man.
what an asshole. Yo, if there's a big fight, if there's a big fight where like everyone's getting involved, like you gotta stop the music, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I'll bring down the volume a little bit. But sometimes I try and just play through because usually the security will break it up, and then I don't want to like kill the fucking whole crowd because there's a fight over here in the corner.
Yeah, getting on the mic though is hilarious.
Get on the mic is pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
When you roasted her, that was great.
That's
and you know what?
hilarious.
I was just gonna say to bring this whole thing full circle, what we were talking about in the beginning with going to the bar and who's getting their first privileges. Like we said, life isn't fair, right? Yeah. And the same thing goes for people. Listen, if this table spends money, or fuck that, if this guy tipped me for a fucking request and you don't tip me, I'm not going to fucking play your request most likely. And it has nothing to do with your race, gender, or any of that shit. Dude. It has to do with fucking money.
People get
business.
People get so offended when I'm like, they're like, yo, fucking play blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, $100.
Yeah.
And they're like, $100 for a song. I'm like, hey, man, if you don't pay it, someone else is going to. I get that. Sure. I get $100 almost every night out of someone for a song request. And
I'll usually start out with if I take care of you, will you take care of me?
Yeah. And I don't work for free, dog. I don't work for free.
Even if it's like
you
20,
want me to do something for you,
no.
like anything else. Like you want me to like fucking, I don't know, stitch your suit for you or what, to clean your yard or mow your lawn. Like I'm gonna fucking charge you.
Also,
you know,
you're paying for everything else in the nightclub.
Yes.
Everything else you want in a nightclub, you're paying for.
Yes.
And you think that it's free to just choose the song that
everybody
everybody fucking hears?
Yeah.
Well, that's why we used to have cover charges, because that's how the DJ got paid. Like a lot of times, like you were throwing a show, and then like DJ would get a portion of the front door.
Well, let's hope it doesn't go back to that.
I mean, honestly, like
you can make money if you have an honest promoter, but I remember a lot of shitty promoters.
No. I threw my own nights. Like I used to do an underground hip hop night downtown Phoenix that I did for years, and we would charge $5 before 10, $10 after 10, and like 20 after 11. I still haven't made that much money, and this was like 12 years ago.
Yeah, if you're
you know what I mean? Like,
if you're
like we were taking a cut of the bar, taking the door. I had like one other partner, and like I'd be like, "Here's a fucking mound of cash at the end of the night," because we promoted the shit out of it. We had hundreds and hundreds of people paying, plus table sales, plus bar sale percentage. Like, man, I need to go back to that shit.
Enjoy yourself. I'll be taking the steady pay.
Hey, but you throw your own event, you have all the power.
No,
you got all the power. The venue knows that the moment you decide to move it to another venue, they're fucked.
100%. But when you were throwing these parties, and for it to be a hip hop party in downtown, that had
it was hip hop downstairs and
ago.
deep, like real deep house, like Eddie Amador type shit upstairs.
Would you want to go back to that though? Really?
Oh, I mean, I'm pretty all about the money these days.
That's what I'm saying. But like to do,
I'm pretty
like
motivated by money these days.
To do a party like that, you really have to immerse yourself in that scene, especially if you promote it.
Takes a lot of work.
You have to meet all the people. And I'm sure back then you were like handing out flyers at other parties.
We were doing all kinds of shit. We would basically look at every week and be like, just like you guys do with your shows, like your podcast, like everything, like what's 20 things we can do to add to the night that are going to guarantee people show up? Like maybe like we do a party with the New Times this week, or like some local clothing line, or like whatever it may be, like anything I can add to that, or like maybe I can get like this paper to do a write-up this week, and then next week like we bring in this like anything that doesn't like directly compete with us that wants to like make money off of being there as well, and then we all eat, you know what I mean? It takes a lot of work, and I would be at the venue from like 7:30 8 p.m. to like 4 a.m. because we would at 2 a.m. in Arizona, there's no law that you have to close at 2 a.m. You just got to stop selling liquor at 2 a.m. So, like, you can stay open until fucking 6 a.m. if you want. Just a lot of venues don't see the value in that, but we'd split, like, the door with them after those hours, or we would just say, hey, it comes with the party. You know what I mean? It's, like, a part of the party. So, I mean, dude, it was long. It was a long fucking night, but it paid 5 times more than one night at a club DJing.
What the fuck are you doing now?
Being lazy.
You fucked up.
Being fucking lazy.
You moved to Arizona.
This was in Arizona.
Oh, but you still had that Boston hustle when you first got there. And the laziness crept in slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, the guys
That's
at the top, the guys at the top of the party that were like my mentors were like they could have cut me out and made the money on their own if they wanted to do the work themselves, but they got me to do the work, you know?
That's what I'm scared of happening here. All right, let's wrap this up. This guy's fully checked out. Just checked out.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy forgot to get a present for his girlfriend on her fucking own birthday.
Shut the fuck up, because that's not true. I already have the present.
Pregnant girlfriend.
I already have the present.
Pregnant girlfriend.
This guy's fucking scrambling.
But I do need to go get another gift. So
he's fucking
let's wrap it up.
scrambling.
I got to
Let's
work
wrap it
tonight
up.
too.
If you're on YouTube, drop a comment. Let us know what you think. Tell CUTSWELL he's a piece of shit.
Yes.
Subscribe
If
to
you're
the
in
channel.
Houston, come see me at Hayes tonight. If you're in Austin, I'll be at Play on Saturday. Shout out Scam Artists. All right, go
All
on.
right.
Let's
go
go,
on.
champ. What do you got?
I love each and every one of you.
I thought you were gonna be like, I love my girlfriend.
Oh,
Shouts to you guys for watching. Thank you.
you
We'll
wouldn't
be
know
back.
anything about that
We'll
though.
be back next
Poor
week. Let's
girlfriend.
go, champ.